97.7 DundalkFM. TownTalk.
Now, Dublin-based meditation centre The Sanctuary is currently inviting people to embark on their 31-day meditation challenge to encourage well-being and good mental health throughout the month of October. Joining me on the line now to talk more about this is Jane Negridge, who is the Managing Director of The Sanctuary. Good morning to you, Jane.
Good morning, Marissa.
How are you today?
I'm really good. It's Friday.
Absolutely. You're not heading down to Stradbally, are you?
Oh gosh, no, but I definitely have children who, well, they're not children anymore, who have already headed down to Stradbally. Yeah.
I know. I'm kind of jealous on two counts. I'm jealous because I'm not going there, and there's some brilliant performers, but also that, you know, I'm of an age where I don't think I'd have the energy anyway to make it through the weekend. So.
I did go a few years ago, many years ago, and loved it, every second of it. But I'm not sure I could cope with the camping part of things at this age.
Yeah, I'm a bit the same, and apparently the hotels are all booked up and they're outrageously expensive anyway. But we're not here to talk about Electric Picnic. We're going to talk in a minute about your 31-day meditation challenge, Jane. But before we go there, maybe you'd give us a bit of background on the Sanctuary and what it is you do.
Oh, of course. So the Sanctuary is actually, it's a charity that was founded by Sister Stan Kennedy. I'm sure you've heard of Sister Stan. I know many people have, and indeed she's probably one of Ireland's, you know...
She's a legend.
She's a legend, exactly. And it's a complete privilege to be able to work alongside her and be led by her. But for those of you who don't know, she is the founder of Focus Ireland and the Immigrant Council of Ireland and Young Social Innovators. And during her time when she was working with the homeless, you know, she was really feeling the need for rest and resourcing herself so that she would have the energy to carry on the good work. And so she was inspired to open this beautiful center in the heart of Stony Batter called The Sanctuary. And it really is a sanctuary. It has beautiful gardens, and we've just most recently developed a fantastic biodiversity field, which is like a meadow with labyrinths walking throughout it. And it was really created as a space for those who are working on the front lines of society to be able to turn to as a space to resource themselves, you know, from mental, spiritual, physical exhaustion, a place where they could come to stillness, a place where that they can really learn the tools that will help them keep their balance as they move forward into the work that they do. So we do all sorts of programs. We have, you know, we bring mindfulness into schools. We have a caring for the caregiver program where we've developed all sorts of courses that we deliver to HSC teams, to hospital teams, to social work teams, to family carers, as exactly that, as a space to resource themselves, you know, as a space of rest, as a space to really empower them with the tools to go forward into the work that they do, so that they can live the good life. Yeah.
And Jane, you know, you mentioned mindfulness there. It's something we hear an awful lot about it today. We've heard a lot about it in the last few years, but I think it just shows how much of a visionary that Sister Stan is and was, because this was founded, was it back in 98, when I'm not even sure the word had been invented.
Well, I think mindfulness is an innate, you know, sort of human quality, but we seem to have lost touch with that kind of state of mind. Indeed, with you know, the increasingly busy lifestyle that we have as society has evolved. But yes, mindfulness wasn't even a word that was mentioned when she founded the center. And it's only one aspect of what we do, but meditation does lie at the heart of everything that we do. But yeah, she's complete visionary.
Okay, so your own background is in that area of mindfulness and meditation, and how did you then come to be involved with the Sanctuary?
So I actually, you can probably hear from my voice, I'm not Irish. I'm a Canadian who's been living here in Ireland for the last 22 years or so. But before I moved to Ireland, I suffered an accident where I'm a burn survivor and was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder. So as a means of really healing and really enabling myself to manage with the symptoms of PTSD, I turned towards meditation and then heard this word mindfulness and started learning about it and started taking courses and ended up doing a master's degree and started teaching it. And I came to work as the managing director of the sanctuary. So that's what brought me to the sanctuary.
I'm going to ask you, I'm going to put you on the spot now. I'm sure this has happened before. Mindfulness, as you said, it's a word you came across. Can you, in maybe 3 or 4 sentences, explain exactly what it is, what it involves?
I suppose, we have this conversation all the time in many different courses. It means there's a million ways to define mindfulness. So John Kabat-Zinn, who's sort of like the godfather of secular mindfulness, he's began the mindfulness-based stress reduction program out of the University of Massachusetts. He defines mindfulness as paying attention on purpose to the present moment without judgment. So, and that sounds really clunky, and you have to think about things. But really, what mindfulness means is knowing what is happening while it's happening. So, really being aware and open. And if you do have some sort of feeling of I don't like this or I like this, is sort of pushing away or clinging to, seeing if you can step back from that and know what is happening while it's happening with an openness and a curiosity, and trying to not be governed by those our belief systems or our preference systems. So it's really about being able to be present with what is, just as it is. And to be kind, there's also this element of cultivating a bit of compassion and self-kindness while we are present in our moments.
Now, I know the Sanctuary, like so many different organisations, had to adapt over the last 2 years to get us through the turmoil that we experienced. And I think possibly what you're doing here actually lent itself quite well to that migration into the virtual sphere. And you're going to continue with that on this 31-day meditation challenge.
Oh, indeed. And I think that when COVID hit, we were forced to move everything online. And it was actually quite a wonderful opportunity for us. We used to do all sorts of different drop-in meditations, sessions, and have our Ankuan program where people would come to the sanctuary, for a bit of reprieve. We were able to move this all online and continue on with, community outreach and develop all of our meditation sessions, where we have over 3,000 people signed up. We have about 400 places taken each week at these free sessions. And so as a way of enabling us to continue our community outreach and to making the sanctuary and the work accessible, we developed this 31-day meditation challenge as our fundraising event. And all the proceeds go to the community outreach, which is 100% free to everyone and anyone who wants to join in. And we got all of the facilitators who were who were delivering these community sessions to donate a couple practices each. And some of these facilitators were very lucky at the sanctuary because Sister Stan is a well-connected woman. So people like Dr. Tony Bates and Ian Robertson and different teachers have in the past donated to the 31-day challenge. And we put it on really as a way of marking World Mental Health Day on October 10th. And really to promote a bit of advocacy over the importance of mental health. And I think this will be our 3rd year running it. So 2 years ago was our first year, and it was a huge success. We had about 500 people sign up, and then last year we had about 1,500. So we're encouraging everyone and anyone to sign up and join in. It's fun, and it goes towards a good cause, and it really helps us, cultivate a bit of a new habit, and so that we might be a little bit more present, to our lives, and maybe we'll be able to keep our balance when the going gets tough. So that was really the inspiration for it.
So Jade, is there a limit to the number of people you can facilitate throughout the month of October?
No, no. If anybody who signs up, they will get so this year our theme is the 10-minute challenge. So in the past, facilitators, some practices were 20 minutes, some were 10, some were half an hour, and we really wanted to make things not easy, but easy. When you're starting a new habit or you're starting to, take on something like a challenge, we wanted to make it doable. So every practice is 10 minutes long, and you'll receive every single day a 10-minute meditation into your inbox. That's a video meditation, but there's also an audio download that you can download. And you'll have this forever. So you'll always have access to this. We also have a teachable website where you can access them, so they're always in storage, so they'll never go away. But you'll always have all of these wonderful resources from all of a huge array of facilitators.
And of course, the beauty of that as well, it comes into your inbox. You can do it in your own time when it is, most suitable for you. It's just absolutely magic. And it's been so successful because of that, because people can make it their own and do the practices, in their own time, in their own space, whenever it's most, easy or when it's most convenient. And we still have so many people from past years emailing us, telling us how wonderful, and they just go back again and again all throughout the year, touching in with these practices. So really, it's just absolutely, it's been a fantastical, magical journey with the 31-day meditation challenge. Right. If somebody's out there and you've sold it to them, Jane, how can they get involved?
So they would just go to our website, www.sanctuary.ie, and you can sign up. We ask for a donation of €30 to our Onkuin program, so it's pretty much like €1 a day. But if you can't, if somebody is not in a position to donate €30, of course we have our Onkuin program. We never turn anyone away for financial reasons. So just go to the website and sign up, and we'd love to have you on board.
And I presume maybe if there's somebody who, for whatever reason, isn't in a position to sign up to the 31-day challenge, but maybe would like to contribute so that and then others they can do that as well through the website?
They can. There's a donate button at the website, and we definitely have lots of wonderful people who contribute to the sanctuary in that way. And if there's somebody who maybe doesn't want to commit to the 31-day challenge, but they still want to test out meditation and see what it's all about, or see what the community outreach is all about, again, you can sign up to our free sessions, which we run. A free meditation. I usually do them on a Monday morning at 10. Then we have a Wednesday evening session at 7:30 where we have visiting teachers, and Sister Stan is usually one of those people who pop in and lead us in practice. And then we have a Thursday lunchtime at 1:15. So there's times for everybody. We try to make it as accessible as possible, and those are completely free, and they're live, and they're just so well attended, and there's a huge sense of community, of people coming together, feeling that connection of being in community and practicing and taking care of themselves, doing something great and wonderful for their mental health. So there's all sorts of options.
Jane, I have one final question for you, because you mentioned there you've got some sessions in the morning and then you do an evening one. Is there a sort of an optimum time of the day for people to meditate, or are there some people that it suits them better in the morning or they gain more from it in the evening?
I think it's really individual. And I think the most important thing is to find a time that suits you. Like sometimes I meditate in the morning, sometimes it's an evening session for myself at home. It's when you can make it work so that it doesn't feel like another task, because that's not what it is. Really, it's a little gift of self-care to yourself, and it's a little gift of silence and stillness and a little bit of attention to yourself. So it's not another task, but it can feel like another task if you tell yourself, this is the time I have to do it, because this is the optimum time. What's most important is for people to make it their own, find when is their own personal optimum time, and play with it. Yeah.
Love it. Play with it. Jane Negridge, the Managing Director of the Sanctuary, thank you so much for taking our call this morning.
Thank you so much, Marissa. Have a great Friday.
And you.
97.7 DundalkFM. TownTalk.